Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be trying the wet collection from Colourpop, which is their collaboration with Bretman Rock. Now I did a separate video on the lip collection, and also I included my foundation routine using Colourpop base products. So in this video, I will just focus more on the eyeshadow palette and the blush and also the lip trio. The wet collection comes in like a blue packaging, which resonates more for like a winter icy kind of vibe that I'm getting. So it's more cooler tone, and this is the packaging. Just like the lip collection, it has Bretman Rock's face in it, which is so him. I love the fact that the embossing is there, and the actual palette looks like this. It's very icy and it has a glitter writing on it as well, and then the shade names are at the back. This is what the eyeshadow looks like. You have 3 metallic shades and 1 of like a shimmer, and then 4 mattes. And then the lip kit comes in this box right here. Again, it has the glitter that says wet, and here are the lip trio. So you get a ultra satin lip, a ultra glossy lip, and a lip pencil. So I have already swatched them. So here is the lip pencil, and that one is called BFF3. As you can see, it has a nice brown lip liner, which actually complements the lip because the ultra satin lip is more of a peachy tone, so together it will create like a nice nude that will pretty much complement every skin tone. And then you have the lip gloss right there, which is called Kumquat. It's more glossier and less shimmery compared to the lip gloss, because that one pulls off a lot of like metallic and gold, whereas this one is just gloss with specks of glitter. So the names in here are very Bretman. Like, I feel like it's pretty much like the words that he says on Everyday, which is a nice touch to the palette. So we are going to start off with the mattes. We have here Skinny Legend, and then we have Iwa Beach, and this one right here is called Finished with a question mark. Colourpop eyeshadows are usually like very pigmented, and here are the swatches. The Finished one is a little bit patchy on my skin tone. I think it's just the way I swatch it maybe, but the Skinny Legend, you can hardly ever tell on my skin tone because it's almost the same as my skin tone, but it will be a good like all over the eye base. And this is the Iwa Beach. It pulls off a little bit of warmth, but at the same time it's not too warm. And then for 3 metallic shimmers, so we have LOL I'm Crying, and then we have Thickens, which is this nice silver, and then Mood, which is this one right here. And oh my god, they are so pretty, especially that metallic shade though. This one right here, which is called LOL I'm Crying, it's a little bit sheer, but it's still pretty pigmented, so it's more of like a aqua blue. And now we're going to move on to this last one right here, which is more on the shimmery side. It's not much of a metallic or a satin, and that's what it looks like right there, and it looks pretty nice actually. It pulls off more green and a little bit of grayish. Basically, if you mix these two together plus a little bit of like a gray undertone, that's the color right there, and that would be a great shade on the lower lash line or the outer V. And we are going to try out the eyeshadow palette. I'm actually not sure what kind of look I am going for. Like in the lip collection, I basically use all the shades, so I think I am going to try and do the same for this eyeshadow palette. So I am going to start off with Skinny Legend, and I'm going to pop that all over my lid. That's actually not too bad. So for transition shade, I am going to use Iwa Beach, which is that one right here, and I'm going to put that more on the upper crease and a little bit in the brow bone area. So we have a nice warm transition to the blue as opposed to just putting this right in the crease and then going down. So I'm gonna blow it more so upwards. Now I am going to switch into a smaller brush and I am going to pick up the shade I'm Chillen, this one right here, and I'm going to put that around the crease area. And a little bit in the outer V as well. I might go and use Fishy, and I'm going to use the same brush. I know it's on the shimmery side, but because that blue right there is not that deep enough, so we're just gonna pop this one right on the outer V. Then I'm just gonna use the same brush and I am going to go and use Mood, which is that blue, and I'm going to focus that more so on the middle lid. I'm just placing the colors at the moment and then we're going to blend them all together and pack it on a little bit more. With the same brush, I am going to go and use LOL, I'm Crying, and I'm going to pop that on the inner part of the lid. So we have a little bit of gradient going on. Now that it's all packed in, I am going to go with the same brush and deepen Fishy in the outer V. With a different brush, I am going to go back in I'm Chillen, which is that matte blue, and just blend them all together. I am going to go back to Iwa Beach to blend that. For that blue, I am going to use my finger and apply Mood to intensify that blue in the... Going to use my pointy finger and use LOL, I'm Crying, and pop that in the middle, in the inner part. I am going to grab a clean brush to just blend everything. For the lower lash line, I'm just gonna go and use I'm Chillen, which is that matte blue. And I'm going to use a little bit of Iwa Beach. A little bit messy, but I'm going to clean that up with a translucent powder. So for the inner corner highlight, I am going to pick up Thickens, which is that silver shade. For the brow bone highlight, I'm going to pick up Finish, which is that white shade. I'll just quickly clean everything up, come back, and then we'll move on to the lip. So I just put on some lashes and it made a huge difference. Now looking at the shadows, I think I was having a little bit of difficulty blending, but I think it has something to do with the type of brush that I was using. But then again, it has a little bit of fallout too, so just keep that in mind. But overall, it's quite pigmented and actually pretty. So now what I am going to do is to actually put on the blush. I totally forgot about this. Now for the blush part, he came out with two blushes. One is more darker than the other. So in my lid makeup look, I used the darker blush, which was called Oh She's Blushing, and for this one right here, I'm going to use this one, and this is called Stop It, and this is more tame than the previous ones. This is what it looks like. It's more on that peachy side of the spectrum, and it kind of matches lipstick. I'll just be gentle with applying the blush because it's very, very pigmented, and I don't want it to be clowny looking since we already have a lot of things going on the eyes. Did I say the shade? It's called Stop It. It looks more natural if you have a light hand, and it just looks like I'm blushing. And it's actually a really nice shade. Like, I imagine it looking pretty if you have a no makeup. And I'm just gonna quickly pop this highlighter on. I'm excited for the lips. So first, what I'm going to do is to apply the lip liner and then the lip gloss first, because I want to see what the lip gloss looks like on its own. The lip gloss is called Kumquat. So here is the makeup look with the lip gloss and the lip liner. I actually quite like the lip liner because the shade is usually the one that I typically gravitate towards, and the lip gloss surprisingly is very comfortable. It's not sticky and it doesn't feel very thick on the lips like some other lip gloss, you know, like the gloppy feeling. And also it's more of a glossy finish, like it has a little bit of like shimmer on the packaging, but on the lips itself it doesn't really show up. It just looks like a nice clear gloss. I am going to try out the lip liner, the Ultra Satin Lip, which is this one right here, plus the lip gloss on top to see what everything is looking. Here is what the satin lip looks like and the lip liner without the gloss. Personally, I'm digging it, but I much prefer the lip liner and the lip gloss because it adds more boldness onto the look. But this one would be pretty. And actually, if you pair this with the lip eyeshadow palette, this would be great too because you have like a very unapologetic eyes already. So it's good to have like a tame lipstick. But this one is nice. I am going to pop a little bit of lip gloss on top, and I'll just clean out the brown a little bit from the lip liner. Here is the final look using the Lip Trio plus the eyeshadow palette. My overall thoughts with this wet collection, I actually do love the Lip Trio. Like, the color selection works pretty much well, like in conjunction with the eye makeup look. But personally, if I were to choose between the lit lip kit and the wet lip kit, I would much prefer this wet lip kit because it's more on the everyday side, whereas the lit lip kit has got a bold red lipstick, which I find a little bit too hard to apply because the lip liner is a little bit too creamy, so it tends to bleed, especially that I don't have much lips. Small lips problem, I know. The blush, on the other hand, again, is very pigmented. I would never think that this blush would actually go with the whole look because looking at it in the pan, it's very, very vibrant. But if you actually know how to apply it and just like dab a little bit, it looks pretty good. Like, it looks like I'm blushing. And for the eyeshadow palette, I love the fact that even though it doesn't have like a very dark matte shade that can darken the look, somehow I managed to make it a little bit darker by just using this shade called Fishy. I know from the pan it looks more like a mossy green, but actually if you swatch it, it has a little bit of like black undertone to it, where if you can see right here, and I feel like that actually made the look. The ones that I did not really care for are the glitter that are very chunky. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye!